The faster you can be diagnosed, the better. And I can't emphasize that enough. Irrespective of what stage you're at, logically, you think, well, if it's stage 4, it's stage 4. It doesn't really matter. It's too late anyway if it's stage 4. That's not true anymore in the world of cancer. With the treatments, they've all moved on. I was diagnosed with stage 4 ALK-positive lung cancer on the 6th of October 2016. I started on my first targeted treatment in November of 2016, called crizotinib. By the time I started treatment, I couldn't say a whole sentence without coughing. I also couldn't walk down to the village where I live. I had to stop 2 or 3 times. So it had progressed very, very quickly from nothing pre-June to being, really disabled by October with, when, as I say, every other word really led to a cough or I needed to take a deep in-breath so that I could speak. They said the tablets would work quite quickly. It was incredible because within, less than 2 weeks, and my cough had gone completely. And I could speak absolutely normally again. It was miraculous. I wouldn't have believed it. I got 6 months out of that before I got some progression. I was devastated because some of the trial data suggested that you could get up to 5 years on it without any progression. So to get only 6 months, I was, you can imagine that's really not what you expect. And I also felt very well when I got the progression. I didn't have any symptoms. I was exercising, going to exercise classes 5 times a week. So it was a real shock, that one was. I was lucky the progression was in my lung and my shoulder blade. So I still didn't have any brain metastases. And so I moved on to alectinib, which is my second one, and I'm still on alectinib. So I've done nearly 3.5 years on that one now. On the whole, they are incredibly easy to take. I take 4 tablets in the morning, 4 in the evening, and I get on with life. I recently started doing the Couch to 5K, and I'm now up to 7 kilometers that I can run, which I couldn't run that before I was diagnosed with lung cancer. So it doesn't hold you back. Even with a stage 4 diagnosis, it's still important to get that diagnosis as soon as your symptoms start. Now, we've got many ALK-positive patients in the UK who, once the cough starts, they get treated for asthma for maybe 6 months or maybe COPD. Then they maybe get treated for heartburn for another 6 months. And so all that time, that cancer, even though it's stage 4, so it's progressed to other parts of the body, it's also growing. And that's what they term the cancer load. It's how many cancer cells have you got in your body. And even at stage 4, it can make a big difference to having a high cancer load or a low cancer load. So time is of the essence with any cancer, and any stage. I know it's scary, and it will be scary if you get the diagnosis, but getting the diagnosis is better than sitting there worrying about it and not knowing. Not knowing won't change it. It will still be there, but knowing about it and getting started on treatment a lot earlier and sooner gives you a much better prognosis. And look, you can live a good life even at stage 4 lung cancer. You can have a very good life and many years of it. Since my diagnosis, there have been 3 new treatments that have been launched for ALK-positive lung cancer alone, and many others for the other types of lung cancer. So, there is hope. Even the chemotherapy treatments are a lot different than they were several years ago. They're a lot kinder, and there are many of them, different ones of them as well. Having that list in front of you, again, gives you that hope of, gosh, well, when this one fails, there is the next one. And we just have to, rely on the scientists to keep going, to keep adding to the list. I'm 3 years and 10 months now since diagnosis, so let's call it 4 years between friends. And I didn't really dare dream I would be here now, especially after my progression after 6 months on my first targeted treatment. This might sound incredible to someone without cancer, but I feel incredibly lucky to be here and to be living the life that I am. I can't stress it enough. At the moment, I'm living the high life.